We dove pretty deep into your past last week. You have to give yourself time to process.
All these feelings, these episodes are happening more often. Are you sure we're going in the right direction?
Yes, we are, John. Are you ready to explore some more?
Yeah.
Good. Let's start.
Deja vu. I thought this was really, really fascinating. I like how you're just kind of stumbling along as the audience trying to figure out what is happening, which is much like the main character. So that kind of bonds you to him just because he's confused and trying to figure it out, and you're also confused as the audience. You don't have any like additional information, which I think, like I said, is a really powerful way to bond you to a character very quickly. If the audience feels like they're kind of discovering and they're on the journey with the main character, then, like I said, I think that it can bond you really quickly, and it can make you feel, as the audience, make you feel like you're really included, and like right there with it, because your confusion is supposed to be there, because a lot of the time I think when the audience is confused, it can lead to them feeling like they're behind or not really understanding something, and it sometimes can lead to frustration. But that's definitely not the case with this, because the main character is just as confused as you are. But then I loved all of the flashback scenes as well. I thought they were really, really well done, and all of the fighting and the choreography was really, really impressive. And then it kind of flashing back to the present and him kind of making more connections and having a breakthrough and things like that. Like I said, as the audience, I think it was fun to be a part of all of that. And then it just, again, because you're so bonded to the character and you're so bonded to the journey that he was on, at the very end when you get the reveal, and it seemingly is like this therapist, or whoever is helping him through it, is working with something that doesn't necessarily seem as friendly. You're immediately kind of like, again, on his side, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done.
I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really cool concept. Um, just really well executed. Would make for an interesting series. I think this is something that you can definitely build on episode after episode. You can just imagine the just from what we're given here in this really short uh, sort of, I could even call it proof of concept. We can imagine and extrapolate out just all kinds of different scenarios. It's just endless. Really well done. Great direction and writing and performances. Those three things really shine in this one, and as well as even just the locations and the wardrobes. When we get into that the choreographed scene there, all really remarkable, thoughtful, like really thought out, and just really enjoyable. I liked it.
Deja vu. Great title. Really nice narration throughout, and I thought this was a super cool, creative, unique premise. Really nice acting and great casting in this. I love that it's going into past lives, and I can see a whole series on this. Where there's like one case that's happening. It feels like there's a specific past life case happening right now, and then maybe we'll move on to another past life in the future. Maybe they'll all be connected. It was very mysterious, and I want more, so I'm really hoping this is a series or mini series. Just great job all the way around.
Within the short film Deja Vu, we break down the complexities within the deja vu experience. The feeling as if you have lived a certain time and space and encounter. I think the way that the filmmaker really develops and lets us fall into the story, you really do fall into this world. You are immediately attached to the main character and the story that he has to tell. We latch onto his voice as we are getting these just nice B-roll transition cuts as it leads into revealing the lead character that we end up connecting to. And he lands in this therapy office to which they unveil pretty much a sense of hypnosis that dives into the concept of past lives and reliving experiences. The Asian influences that exist within this piece, I think, are really well developed, well thought out, and well executed. I think we get the point across. I found that in this piece, I found myself really listening. I was listening to the sounds of the action. There weren't just there, although there were displays of action, I don't feel like the action was excessive or gory. But I think the sound design really pushes the mark and elevates that experience, that sensory experience that the audience usually shares. I think this was a beautiful piece, a beautiful story. I loved the locations, the actors. It was definitely a cohesive world that you had fallen into.